familiar, get familiar. This man just dropped Beaver Fever, and y'all need to get familiar with that. So, okay, there's a lot of stuff in there. If you guys aren't familiar, tap into that Spotify, Apple Music. 15 stories of the craziest shit you've probably heard in your lives. So, hearing all that, what is your number one story out of there? Which one do you resonate the most? You're like, damn, this shit really happened.
That's a good question. I gotta go with let's see. Sir Paul's first time in Miami.
Okay.
It's not that it was too funny. You know, it's just, you know, I've been through a lot in the past, you know, dealing with women and, you know, treating them a certain way, you know, being, you know, very promiscuous, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, I met somebody, you know.
Really?
And they approached me.
Yeah.
You know, they told me I look good, yada, yada, yada. You know, I'm young, dumb, full of cum. Probably 20 at the time. I just came home from prison. You know. And she's with a group of girls. I'm with two other dudes. She told me, "Damn, you look good."
That's how
I mean, I never had anyone just come up to me and tell me that, especially in South Beach. So it sounded good to me. I said, "What the hell are we still doing here?
Exactly,
Let's get out of here, then."
right?
You know
Shit.
what I mean? So I grabbed her by the hand. And we took a walk, and she brought me back to this hotel called the Lowe's. And then, you know, we did whatever we did, but when it was over, I asked her for a number. She said, "Nah, we good. We could leave it just like that." I mean, it was nice meeting you. I'm like, damn, did I not just shatter her pelvic bone? What did I do wrong?
Right.
So it was amazing and shocking to me, but that has never happened to me before.
Like surreal moment right there, you know what I mean? Kind of like that. Forget Penthouse Forum. This man's living like a Brazos documentary out here, for real. Is that the craziest moment you've had in your career? Or has it been, I saw the smirk right there, he said, don't make me laugh. What would be the craziest moment you've had in your career, at like a show, an event, whatever that may be, that you were like, damn, is this really happening right now?
Well, I was real young. I was, I can't say real young. I was probably 23 or 22. I was a road manager for a group called Black Violin. Shout out to my man Ice from Black Violin. Long story short, you know, someone just after the show just kind of attacked me.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And lifted their shirt up and forced me to sign their chest. And you know, I was kind of caught off guard and nervous. You know, I'm not one of the performers. You know, I'm just, you know, I didn't know what to do. You know, but no, I was uncomfortable. But you know, she was very aggressive.
Oh shit! Okay, I bet.
And I had to sign those titties.
There was no question about it there. I mean, she was not taking no for an answer.
Nah.
I mean, you just got to do your job out there at that point, right? I mean, shit, you out there just trying to provide a good experience. How could you not sign those tits? Exactly, man, right?
That's all.
I mean, and I see you got Beaver Fever, and what stood out was Volume 1. Now, how many volumes do you got loaded up in the safe just waiting for, like, dropping that shit? I mean, how many stories you got left?
I had a rough childhood, let's just say.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Adventurous, we'll say.
Very adventurous.
Yeah, okay.
You know? So I would say at least 4 or 5. You know what I mean?
4 or 5 volumes.
Yes.
Oh shit, man! I gotta stop living out here, man. God damn. I mean, have any of these chicks heard about it in the stories? Like any of these chicks in the stories being like, "Oh shit, you put that out," or are they just kind of like, you know?
Well, you know, people in my past are, you know, DMing me like, "You better not," or "Did you?" No, little quick things. I'm just like, you gotta download to find out.
There you go. He's got that business mindset in there. I like it.
If we had a cool situation, you know, you never disrespected me, I never disrespected you. most likely you're good, but you still gotta find out though. You know?
I like that. I like that. Keep them guessing out there. You know,
Keep guessing,
don't reveal too much. You know what I mean? Have they? Has it been positive or negative from the ones that have tuned in, and then just be like, oh shit, yeah, that was lit, or like, oh goddamn, like don't speak on that. That was my old days or some shit.
Well, you gotta understand. No, it was a book at first.
Oh,
so
really?
I passed it out throughout the prison system.
Okay.
You know, over 600 inmates read it. You know, I actually wrote the book when I first went in. I went to prison in 2007, and I wrote it in 2008, and you know, I was just sitting there thinking, you know, just reminiscing about my different sexcapades that I encountered, you know, throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about the funny ones. And I just started writing them down. I said, you know what? I'm gonna turn this into a book. You know what? And I said, I got an idea. I started reading about all the streaming shit, all this stuff. I said, you know what? I could turn this into a album.
Mm-hmm.
I could turn this into an ebook, a paperback book, some merch,
Mm-hmm.
a podcast.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
This
I
is
like
just-
it. I like it.
You know, I'm just thinking of a plethora of ways to get that octopus money. You know, multiple streams of income from every way.
I like
So
that.
when you talk about streams, I'm like, how can I stream Beaver Fever? I said, you know what? I gotta collaborate with DistroKid and put it on every platform. That's what I do.
Absolutely, man, and absolutely, it's been doing well, especially because like I ain't never heard nothing like that, especially on like an album or like DistroKid or Spotify and shit. And like we always got like, you know, all the boys got this shit that they talk about amongst themselves, but what I'd say about you is like I commend you for the honesty. Like, 'cause like a lot of that shit was comedy. I was cracking up laughing, maybe because some of it was relatable, and I've been in those moments a few times. You know, won't say anything. I'm not a kiss and tell kind of guy. But are you always like that, like keeping it real with all the shit that you do, or has it just been like, these are just stories that need to come out? Because I respect how much like you keep it 100 out here, no matter if it's putting out just, you know, the Beaver Fever or putting out the different like business endeavors you do. Do you keep it that real with everything you do, or is it just like I didn't want to like skimp out on the details?
Listen, everything's black and white with me. No gray areas.
Okay, all
I
right.
put everything on the table.
I like
I
that.
learned that a long time ago. You know, but certain things you just can't give away. But you know, I gotta be genuine. I hate when people lie to me
Yep.
and just aren't official. So, you know, now everything's real. You know, I always been like that. You know, having the street mentality. You know, just with my family, friends. You know, I gotta be genuine.
Absolutely, man. You gotta keep it 100. A lot of people kind of forget that, but you keep it 100 no matter what. You're like, hey, if I'm telling you I'm raw dogging a bitch, like I'm gonna tell you. You know what I mean? Ain't no fucking details missed out on that. But it's always like, you know, I respect the hell out of that. A lot of people like to gloss over, hide that shit, and you're like, nah, dude, this is what it is. This is what it is. You know what I mean?
Shit
Get
happens.
familiar.
Shit happens.
Shit happens, man. Absolutely, dude.
Damn.
Now, I think maybe all the ladies are wondering out there. Do you got a girl now?
Do I have
Or you just have like a select roster, maybe a lineup or something like that, or is Beast ready to settle down at any point in the future?
You know, I kind of keep my personal life a little low. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But no, there's definitely someone special.
Okay. I just didn't know if this man had like no off switch out here. He's just out here smash and dash and hit and run all day. You know what I mean?
That's high school shit.
I got you.
That's back in the days. You know? Now it's like nowadays I treat my member like platinum.
I like
You know,
that.
you can't just give it to everybody.
Oh, of course.
You know,
Not commodities out there. You know what I
gotta
mean?
be safe. It's dangerous out there.
Of course. You know these ladies are ruthless. You know what I mean? They take you for everything. You know what I mean?
Shit's crazy. Man.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Now, do you ever? Because you do a lot of like different business entities and like legitimate businesses. You're doing the photography, the training. Do those worlds ever like conflict at any time? Like you ever trying to do business and they be like, "Are you the guy with Beaver Fever?" Like, does that shit ever come up, or have you run into any problems with those worlds kind of covering up?
I see where you're getting at. The way I move, the way I navigate, I don't let the world adapt to me. I mean, I said that backwards. I don't adapt to the world.
Okay.
I let the world adapt to me.
I like that.
Either you like me or you don't. You know what I mean? And so, honestly, with my whole movement, that's how it's gonna be. And everything I always done in life, that's how it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've always felt, you know, growing up, I felt that I was the most hated in my city. I don't know why, you know, but I always felt that, you know, I was always neutral. I mean, I could, you know, move wherever I pleased, but I always try to reach out and help the next person. Anything I learned, I try to teach that to the next person. But like I said, you can't please everybody.
Of course.
And I can't sugarcoat my life or what I've been through. That's my past. But the way I look at it, I need my past to create my future. Without my past, there's no future.
Facts. Absolutely. And a lot of people try to forget it or ignore it, and those shit, if you don't address it, always kind of comes back when you're trying to plan some shit in the present or the future. So that's why I was kind of like, you know, this man just laying it all out there, you know, take it or leave it, love me or hate me kind of thing. And that's the kind of vibe that, especially nowadays, a lot of people just, you know, with Instagram and shit, they always want to show the best life. You know, nobody's trying to show shit that's like maybe controversial, skeptical, or some shit like that. But you over here just like, fuck that. Like, you know, I'm a beast with it, and I'm going to do what the fuck I want. So I respect the hell out of that, you know what I mean? I hope a lot more people kind of take that initiative after hearing this thing, just being like, if he can do this, I can do that, you know what I mean? So were you ever trying to, like, get people inspired, or you just trying to be, like, sharing some funny shit and let people know, like, you know, who you are and what you be doing?
You know, there's an overall message with Beaver Fever, honestly. You know, everything I do has a positive twist, you know. And it's like, okay, I'm sharing my sex stories. I'm doing this and doing that. But at the same time, you know, I felt I did women dirty back in the days, you know.
You don't say.
And I have a daughter now.
Oh,
you know,
bro.
my daughter's 13.
Oh.
Shout out to Nyla. And I just feel that, you know, ladies, you gotta be careful.
Absolutely.
You know, men move a certain way.
And
you know, if you don't watch your name dragged in that mud, it's all up to you on what you do and who you do it with.
Absolutely.
You know, so I just, you know, the way I used to talk to women or treat women, you know, I don't do that anymore, you know. And, you know, this is just the start of my message, you know, but you may not get it at the end of the Beaver Fever, but you'll slowly get it as I put out things, and you'll see where I'm going with this. You know, I respect women 100%.
Of course.
You know, I've been involved in everything you could think of in the past when it comes to dealing with women. You know, I've been involved in that pimp life, and right now I don't agree with it. You know, that's just me, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I still love the strip clubs. You know, I just my thing is do what you do. You know what I mean, just make sure you got an exit plan. You know,
Definitely.
So I support anyone that's doing something, you know, to strive for greatness.
Of course.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, from blowing backside of jump offs to CEO, how did those things develop? How did you get from releasing books and doing time and those struggles that you went through to where you at now, where you got like several different like entities, like we were saying, like the photography, the training, the music, the productions and stuff like that? How did that manifest from like where you started to how it ended or how it became?
Well, before I went to prison, you know, I had a camera, a video camera. I was always just videotaping shit, and I just started a movement, a DVD magazine called Guap, back in 2004, and interviewing different people how they was getting their guap. So I always wanted to do something bigger with that, but I ended up getting incarcerated. So while I was incarcerated, I figured I gotta do something right. I can't sell drugs anymore. That shit ain't working out for me.
Yep.
So I'm just like, just reading different books and just, creating my vision board on my vision book and just trying to come up with a strategic plan to get back in this industry. And I thought the easiest way would be capturing moments that people can never forget.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just became passionate about that. So my guy asked me, yo, how can I help you stay out of trouble? What do you need? I said, honestly, I wrote over 15 books. I'm trying to turn them books into movies. I'm trying to, shoot my own shit.
Of course.
He's like, so you need a camera? I said, yeah, I need a camera. He said, go online. Tell me, find the camera you want to start with. I'll get it. 2 days later, I get something in the mail. I said, oh shit, that's my guy. Shout out to Dan McGuire, my class president in '98.
Shout out to him.
But I haven't looked back since. It's just going from the pictures, to the little video clips, to documenting shit, to just videos. Now I want to do movies. I want to turn my books into movies. Why not? I need to make a Beaver Fever movie. So that's what I'm in the process of doing, making the Beaver Fever movie, a show. So ladies, you want to act? We're doing the casting.
Casting couch, shit.
45 days. We're looking for people to act in Beaver Fever. Think you got it? Holla at me.
Okay. All right. Ladies, you heard the man. Tap in right now. Y'all heard it here first. Open casting call. I love that shit. Now, keep with the business shit because you worked with like a lot of dope artists, even beyond just the photography and the capturing the moments. Like you do a lot of working with producers. You work with Millies. You work with D the Flyest. Is that just like the tip of the iceberg, or has there been any other moments in your career where you've been like, damn, like I'm on this next level? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people would like to be in your position of working with these people that you work with kind of so casually. But like, has there been any moments in your career that were like, damn, I'm finally seeing success?
To me, it just doesn't stop. I don't feel like I'm nowhere. That's just me personally. I got a lot of growing to do. I got a lot of learning to do. A lot more networking to do. But, I can't say I'm down, but I do have my ups and downs, but, I like a challenge. And I had all types of shit thrown at me. I just gotta dodge those, shake and move, but keep my head up and just keep pushing, thrive through that midst of chaos. That's it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So what were some of the best, or I don't want to say best, that's a little subjective, but what were some of your favorite artists or events that you've worked with in the past? Because I've seen you put out some productions, you know what I mean? You put out some, they might be 3 minutes long, but those are movies out there, you know what I mean? So what are some top moments that you've had with the artists you've worked with? Besides getting girls, to sign their tits and shit like that,
I would say traveling in Europe with NBS.
Okay.
When I got out of prison, shout out to Flash and Knuckles, they took me to Europe. And I had some crazy experiences over there that, they may be in the next volume. You never know. You may never know. But no, I had a good time out there. And just, it was a good feeling to network with people overseas.
Of course.
And just see how, other cultures navigate with their music and, fashion. I'm a big fan of that. And just staying connected with those people overseas. So that was real big for me.
No, absolutely, man. What places in Europe where you some of your spots you hit?
London. I went to Paris in '05. That's why I started my Go Up DVD.
Okay.
But Turkey, Barcelona.
Okay.
Sweden.
Okay.
And sure there was one more. It'll come back to me.
Okay, all right. No, I mean that's more than a lot of people can say. You know what I mean? And you went there to like do what you want to do. You know, to kind of pursue a dream, a vision that you kind of had. So I mean, that's blessings in a way. You know what I mean? Especially from like all the shit you had to deal with. Is there any like now looking back on that? Are there any like moments or lessons that you would have been like you would tell your younger self? That being like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, being like, oh, I wish I did this then, or you know, certain kind of like things you learn over time. Were there any like moments that stood out to you for that?
I was in the zone. That was a great question. I need you to repeat that one more time, please.
Okay, okay.
While I pull her shot.
Oh yes, yeah. Take another one, absolutely. You know. So, just what were some like life lessons, advice you would give your younger self, or maybe somebody starting out in a position you did 10, 15 years ago, that you learned now?
You know what? I started early.
Mm-hmm.
So I started selling drugs at 12. I got cranium for the first time at the age of 12. You know what that means? So when a rock blower gave me some helmet back in the days, I mean, for a bump. It happens.
Gotta love the euphemism.
You know. But, so I would say what I would tell my 9-year-old self. I mean, because, how can I say this? I was surrounded by indirect peer pressure at a young age. Indirect peer pressure is the worst. That's magazines, that's television.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what you see driving by you. You know, so seeing all that stuff in music videos at a young age, I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so what I gotta say to that, to my 9-year-old self is, you know, chase your dreams. You know what I mean? But, you know, just know that everything you do to get to those dreams has consequences, whether they're negative or positive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I never had to sell drugs. My parents spoiled me. They gave me everything I wanted. But they told me, once I got my first job at 12, my paper route, they said, once you're done with that job, you're not getting no allowance or nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I quit that job. Once I quit that job, I wasn't getting no allowance.
Right.
So I got a double up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I never looked back. You know, I started going school shopping myself. My mom still offered me money. I like, no, I don't want that. I got it. How you getting money? You know what I mean? She thought I was stealing clothes. She had no idea. But, you know, shit happens. But like I said, there's other ways. You know, you just got to really brainstorm, write your thoughts down. Because if you can see it in paper, you can turn that into a reality.
Absolutely. Manifest.
I drank to that.
Drink to that. Absolutely. Cheers to that. Yeah, it's all about manifesting out there. You know, once you conceptualize, you make a plan, you just like, you know, when the opportunity's there, you just hit it with everything you got. You know, and that's kind of how you just keep building. That's how you keep moving, and that's how you keep like growing as a person. And it's kind of crazy how you went through like the firestorm at such a young age, and just hitting all those experiences where like most kids are like, you know, don't even know what half of that shit is at that age. Maybe even twice that age, don't even know what half of that shit is. So that's kind of crazy how you went through and you knew what you wanted at such a young age that you were able to like focus your energy and just kind of like manifest, like you were saying, and just kind of like create this self-made in a way. You know what I mean? Like you took it upon yourself to be like, I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need to be spoiled, I can make my own money, I can make my own means. And the fact that you kind of grown out of that, but still maintain that kind of like aspect of who you are as a person, I think kind of like speaks volumes, and it's kind of like reflective on all the business you do, you know, because you're not only doing music, you're not only doing this, you're whatever you set your mind to, you seem to accomplish. Is there anything that you have coming up in the future that you're looking to set your mind towards? I know you said making movies. Is there anything maybe outside of production? Are you trying to release your own music? Like, does the creativity never end, or is it just kind of like another day and another dream?
Put it this way, anything I ever wanted to do as a kid, besides go to the NBA or NFL or whatever, I'm gonna do. I mean, whether I'll put out or I'll try something. I mean, I just do it. I mean, there's no more thinking I can't do it. I mean, if I know I can.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so you'll just see. I mean, I'm not
Okay, it's a
playing.
wait and see out here. You know what I mean?
You know, if I can't do it, there's someone that can. You know what I mean? But I learned that I can't take on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses. What I can't do, I delegate. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm just creating a strong team around me. That's all. You know, one individual at a time.
Absolutely.
You know, at the same time, you know, free my guys, you know, incarcerated. You know, I'm about to start a podcast called From Handcuffs to Cufflinks with my cousin, Allah Fuquan.
I like that. I like that.
He's doing a life sentence. And shout out to him. Hopefully he'll be home soon. He got the Innocence Project behind this case. He's been down for about since 96, 97.
Brutal.
And guess what? He's executive producer of this podcast from prison.
Okay. All right.
So it's going to be kind of interesting.
Oh, definitely.
And I say we'll start at the top of the year.
Okay. I like that. I like how you can kind of go into these different worlds and just kind of get that real shit. You know what I mean? Cut the bullshit, cut the glamour and the glitz and all that other shit, and just go right to the source of where this shit is happening, and then just keep it real, like you were saying. You know, keep it 100 in every endeavor you do. So I think that could definitely be like a monstrous kind of hit right there. You know what I mean?
Well, you say cutting out the glamour and glitz. I came from a world that's all I seen. I was blinded by the finer things.
Ah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I wanted this, I wanted that. Whatever I wanted, I got it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I learned at a young age how to create assets to pay for my liabilities. You know, I might step in the kitchen, whip something up, and just know that whatever I was throwing on that was whatever I needed, if you understand what I'm saying.
Of course.
So now I use the same method, you know, in the business world. So hopefully I can create books to pay for something to pay for one of my liabilities, you know. But so I created a bunch of assets while I was in prison to pay for those liabilities. So, you know, one thing at a time, one day at a time, you know.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Were there any kind of like inspirations for you, like any individuals that kind of were like motivated you to do these things at a young age, or was it just like the rap videos and that self-determination that kind of got you where you needed to go?
Shit. My motivation really came from my mom's, my pops. You know, my mom's working hard, my father busting his ass for my family. You know, that's where my motivation began. And all my other motivation became mentors that I didn't know, but I felt I knew. You know, seeing how Oprah, you know, was just great at giving back and doing what she do. She motivated me.
Okay.
You know,
okay. Respect that.
Tyler Perry's story motivated me.
Yep.
You know, everything he has done. Just sitting in that prison cell watching him on TV, it's like, damn, this is everything I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, and to find out he was homeless, sleeping in the cars. I was never homeless, but at times I felt like that. You know, just grinding in the car 24 hours, you know what I mean? That little pack, just trying to get back up.
Yeah.
You know, so I believe I know how that feels, you know, but like I said, most of my motivators, I don't know them. I would like to meet them one day, but, you know, but being in the prison cell and just watching people I grew up with, seeing how they travel the world, I mean, and making moves, that motivated the hell out of me. That inspiration, that kept hope alive.
Okay.
You know, from Millie's, MBS, you know, just seeing people I grew up with travel and just continuing their grind, you know, that just made me say, no, I'm proud of my guys. Good shit.
Yeah, definitely,
You know?
man. Definitely. And did you? I know you're from Cambridge,
Yeah,
I believe,
Cambridge.
right? Is that how you connected with Millie's and all these guys here? Or is it just like, did they know you from just like in the neighborhood, or did they know you from like the work you put out?
No, we all grew up in the
Okay.
same hood.
Okay.
We all from Cambridge.
Yeah.
We all from the coast. We all grew up doing music with each other. So it's like, you know, the love is there. You know, it's family.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah,
know?
absolutely, man. Absolutely. Because I see you guys, you're like you're like going out to like restaurants and shit like that. You guys, you're not just like a cameraman for this guy. You're like, it seems like you're like homies with these guys. You know what I mean? Like you've known these people for a while, so it's always like nice to hear like how that kind of manifested itself, how that took off, and it's good that you guys, after all this time, still connect on that level. You know what I mean? Like no matter where everybody's at in their personal life, that you can all kind of come back and be like, yo, let's hit up this place, let's do that, let's catch a vibe like we used to. You know what I mean? So I think that's definitely one of the most like intrinsic things that I